Oh, Jon Snow.
Oh,
Jon
Lord Snow.
You know nothing, Jon Snow. You're my prisoner.
Oh.
You're not free. You're my prisoner. You ever
You're
see?
mine and I'm yours.
Did you ever see that Pompeii trailer for that shitty movie he did?
I did not.
Oh my god, it's about Mount Vesuvius, and it's literally just Jon Snow and a bunch of unknown actors. It just looks so bad, and all I can think of the whole time is just, an eruption is coming.
I mean, every time I see him, I would just look at my girlfriend and be like, look, it's Lord Snow.
Lord Snow.
Lord Snow.
No, nothing, Jon Snow. Okay, so why is Jon Snow stupid?
Well, there's a plethora of reasons.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot.
First of all, he went
Jesus.
to the Night's Watch.
Dumb. That was the first mistake. Let's spend a minute on that mistake. That's dumb. You're a Stark. You're a great fighter. You're honorable. You're decent politically. Not the best, but you're not terrible.
And your father is definitely the type of person who, even if you can't bear his name for whatever reason, he's going to set you up.
And everyone knows who you are in your whole Northern Kingdom, so you have a good amount of power. You have the undying support of Robb Stark. You have the undying support of your other brothers. You have Ned Stark, who wasn't gone at that point. Mm. Think about that power. If we had waited, even if Ned Stark was killed, Robb Stark with Jon Snow at his side to counsel him with his mother to not marry that girl, to not create those mistakes he made. Jon Snow just as a warrior would have made him so much more powerful.
Think about that. Even like
he would have had two direwolves in the same army.
Albeit it would have sucked when he died 3 seasons earlier in the Red Wedding. But
that wouldn't have happened. That might not have happened.
It might not have
happened.
But at the same point too, like that alone would be a great concept to see Robb riding into battle with, even though I don't like him, and I kind of feel bad for him now, Greyjoy on one side, a great lord from another house, and then his brother on the other. That would have been pretty epic.
Okay, I mean, that is a huge mistake right off the bat. First,
not to mention he's only 14 and he's already like, yeah, I'm ready to go.
And to do what? To follow your uncle you have a owner for? Like,
who you spend 10 minutes with and then we never see him again.
Uncle Benjen!
By the way, just in case you haven't noticed, it's been 5 years of Game of Thrones and nobody's seen Benjen since season 1.
Yeah. But, like, that's his whole motivating factor is, Benjen just really makes him want to be the Night's Watch. The Night's Watch is like a punishment for half the people in it. It's like
it's a punishment for like 90% of the people.
Yeah, it's a horrible thing to do. So,
like, everyone's there is like, hey, why are you here? Oh, well, I robbed someone and I like having hands. Why are you? I raped a bitch. That's why you're here.
Jon Snow, honorable royalty, and then you have rapist, thief, murderer. Good, that's a good place to go. You belong there. Yeah, good job.
And then on top of that, for a stroke of a second, he gets there and he's like, oh wait, my brother's going to war and my dad's dead? I haven't taken my oath yet. I'm going to go help them. And then all his friends, who are all thieves and poor people and uselessness.
Poor people. The worst crime of them all.
The filth. I need some more Irish Spring just thinking about it. But okay. Anyway, they convince him to stay. Like, oh yeah, even right there, that premise alone. Oh, my family needs me and I haven't taken the oath yet. Or these 5 guys who can't fight that I'm kind of teaching to fight so they don't look like a pair of retarded monkeys. Family, retarded monkeys. No, retarded monkeys. That's a great call.
So, that's a big mistake. Second really big mistake, okay? He does okay on the wall for training and makes some good bonds. Actually works his way up in the Night's Watch pretty well, as is expected when your competition is all criminals. Then, let's just do this season. Let's just skip to this season, because if we list every mistake Jon Snow makes,
it's going to take an hour.
Forever. And that would be its own entire video. And I don't know if anyone wants to watch us complain about Jon Snow, who, by the way, everyone's very sad is dead now. But anyways.
Guess what? He's not coming back. I'm tired of hearing about it. And you know what? As much as I liked him, I hope he doesn't because he's stupid.
I think he's coming back.
I don't know.
I don't want him to come
back. He's already confirmed that he's not back on the show. So if they do, which that's another issue. Side note, they're talking about how some people might resurface, but with new actors. If they bring back characters with new actors, we might as well reduce this to a Hallmark Channel show. Jon Snow has a whole
nother mythology with him, and it would make sense for him, but we can get into that later. A big mistake he made this past season, which, if you're watching this video a long time after it comes out, was season 5.
He didn't kill Ollie.
Jon... Okay, but a mistake that Jon Snow makes, that's big. Okay, you got Stannis comes to the wall. Stannis offers Jon Snow yet another chance to get out of the wall, and plus, first of all, he's Lord Commander. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I get that he's honorable.
He gets the offer initially before he becomes Lord Commander,
True.
And then gets it 5 minutes later. Then he becomes
Lord Commander and gets the offer again. He could have easily gone with Stannis. Stannis might not have been completely obliterated.
I do like that he did blue vagina the red lady. She's like, let's do it, and he's like, nah. Everyone else has a pass.
I like that because he's so honorable, and I understand it would have been dishonorable for him to leave the Watch.
His father's son.
Yes, but his father, unfortunately, was also a victim of his own honor.
Oh, he was.
He made too many mistakes. But Jon Snow could have been the Warden of the North. He could have completely taken back the North for his family. He would have had the support of the Northern people. It would have been perfect.
The balance would have been restored.
I understand why he didn't do it, but it's still stupid.
No, I can't agree with that at all. Because you know what? He knows the struggles of the Night's Watch almost as good as anybody. Besides maybe Alistair the Prick and friggin' maybe 3 other 100-year-old men.
Yeah.
Well, no, Mormont's already dead.
Yeah, true. Okay.
And Jorah's the son. Wrong.
What did I say?
You said Jorah. Jorah's the son.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I don't remember the bear's first name.
Yeah.
But if anybody could make the right decision there, he would know, if I want the Night's Watch to hold back the White Walkers and stuff, maybe I should be in a position where I can actually get people here. Yeah. Because as soon as that war is done, he takes the Warden of the North, kicks out the Boltons, which, I fucking hate the Boltons. Then he helps Stannis, marches south, gets to be the badass, fighting in battles, probably nailing bitches who don't call him Lord Snow, and, goes on with his badass life. And then he can be like, all right, Stannis, you saw the situation we're in. You said you'd help here. I know what needs to happen there. And, what do you know? A country no longer in war can now commit to fighting the demons that are coming from hell.
Oh, look at that. And then the whole bringing the wildlings behind the wall to help with the war against the White Walkers. I understand his thought. He needs more bodies. He needs more warriors. But he completely overlooked the political side of his own people, which got him killed directly.
I don't think that the issue was with the choice that he made in that one, actually. Because, as soon as season 4, I think, was ending, and he was marching out there to kill him, he's like, I'm going to do it by myself. And, he suddenly realized, I ain't going to do shit. And Mance Rayder's like, look, I just want to get by the wall. I just want to be behind it. Some shit's going down. I think it would have been a great situation if he would have been like, well, yeah, you can come behind
That's
it.
a good point. Yeah.
You're not going past it. You're going into all 22 forts that line it. We're refilling this shit. We're going back to building it. And by the way, when you get back into camp and everyone's like, you're doing this, you go, shut the fuck up or I kill you, instead of being like, no, it's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. We need it. Well, yeah, you lead like a weak noodle, and suddenly you got 20 dudes stabbing you with a
weak noodle. But yeah, that is he burned his own bridge.
I think he made the right choice. I think he just needed to do it with conviction.
The honorable choice is not always the political choice. Political and honorable are usually
I
very
think it
far
was
apart.
Just the conviction was the problem. He bent too much.
He
before
took no
them.
time to explain to his people why he was doing something. He dealt with it as they spoke out against him, but he didn't actually try to explain his mindset. It was very short and it was very abrupt, and it just seemed too totalitarian, and it just didn't work.
And then the end result, being stabbed to death by a 10-year-old.
Who's admittedly his family had been brutally massacred by them. So it made sense that he would side against Jon Snow. And again, that's just a manifestation of the terrible politics.
He's a 10-year-old. He should be handled like any 10-year-old who steps out of line.
Well, if he had a dagger, it's harder to spank him. All right, Jon Snow sucks. Agreed?
Yeah.
No? You like him?
No, he sucks.
Oh, yeah, he sucks. Yeah. So, to all of you, which is most of you, who actually like Jon Snow, he deserved it. Poor decision making.
When you get killed by a 10-year-old...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a good job.
So much for all that training.
Yeah, later. Good thing you had that nice sword. Gets Drogo killed. She convinces Drogo to let the witch, who was a former slave, treat Drogo, which we later learn what the witch had already been raped several times by the Dothraki, overtaking the camp,
and that it wasn't even the first time that it's happened.
And she
that not being not an isolated day.
She